free to like it. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and we're gonna get into it. What do you think about XRP? The cricket noises sound like he on a ship, bro. It's my PC, man. It do sound like I'm on a ship though. Maybe I am on a ship. Maybe I am on a ship. You don't know. Maybe I'm on a ship right now. I'm in the bunker. I'm below. And I'm just cruising the Mediterranean. I mean, why not? I got the hotspot set up. I have the hotspot set up. Maybe I'm just cruising the Mediterranean, man. But like this live stream before we get started, and then we'll take a look at the cues. We'll take a look at SPY. Will the market continue to go higher? We will be answering. Okay, what stocks look the best right now? A lot of people are wondering what stocks look the best right now. What stocks have the most potential to continue to the upside? Matter of fact, what patterns look the best? Like, where can you get in? Where can you buy right now and end up making some money? All right, that's the main thing. That's the main thing this live stream is for. How can you make some money? How can you make some money? I mean, that's what y'all want to know. I mean, we didn't come in here to discuss anything else. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna discuss how you can make some money with the best setups, where you could buy some calls and you can make some money in the next week or two. Shoot, maybe even tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I just thought it was set up right now. But we need to get to 2K likes before we really get started. I just thought it was set up right now. And a lot of you guys probably know the setup. How you doing? The Cricket. How you doing, bro? Oh yeah, I'm doing good. Never better. Never better. But like I said, we need 2K likes. Never better. Never better. Never better, bro. But we need the 2K. We need the 2K. SPY. We'll look at SPY, bro. Don't worry. Okay, we'll look at some SPY. We'll look at whatever you want to look at, man. Once you get the 2K, once you like it, you spamming SPY, but you're not even liking it, bro. I can see who likes it. You didn't like it, bro. You didn't like it, bro. You didn't like it. Should we look at SPY first? Let's look at SPY first, man. You guys keep asking about SPY. Let's look at SPY first. My boy Anonymous want to look at SPY. At least he liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least he liked it. You want to look at SPY? What we've been saying for SPY, okay? The main thing that we had, and this is why you need to tune in, you know, week after week, or, you know, just make sure you're on top. Make sure you follow the Twitter or something, because we've already talked about what was going to happen as soon as we broke above and made a higher high, okay? And that higher high would have been formed, I believe it was right here, where we said once it gets above 595, it was right here. It was on Tuesday or Thursday. It was on Thursday of last week. Once it gets above this higher, once it stops making these lower lows or lower highs like you see right here, it's going to end up breaking out and going crazy. Okay, so this was the level that you needed to watch for it to make a higher high. It ended up doing that. Okay, it ended up doing that, and now you see this huge move. And now what you should expect is maybe some profit taking. Maybe. I mean, you missed this humongous move from Monday, like from Monday until right now. And what usually happens, which is funny, is that people are going back to school right now. I think school has started, like, for some people, school started like a week ago. Those are the people that are going to end up, I think, getting out early or something. But for the majority of people, I think they started school this week or next week. And what usually happens, I'm telling you, like, we can go back. I actually want to see, like, January 22nd and, like, when school, oh wait, you can't even see. There we go. January 22nd, and what usually happens, people go back to school and the market falls. We're gonna test the theory. We're gonna test the theory, okay? But that theory is solid. That's a solid theory. All right. Let's look at what was happening last January. January 2022 or January 22nd of 2023, okay? Or even like August. When does school start? August 27th. Yeah, school starts like August 27th or around there, and then January 17th for like the second semester, like after winter break for a lot of people. And if you look around here, this was August 27th. I'm not cherry picking, okay? But this is August 27th. Then you had this dump that you see right here, okay? Now I want to go to January and see if the same thing happened, because I'm trying to tell you guys, man. I'm not kidding. This is a theory that I've had. Yeah, maybe it's wrong. Maybe it's wrong. I don't know. This is what was happening last time. I don't know. I don't know, bro. Hey, we're here to test theories, okay? We're here to test theories. And to be honest, we might get a pullback. Let me see. We'll get into the TA in a minute, but this is like some. Let me see, bro. It happens around February. Not right here though. Let's just look at some TA, bro. Let me stop playing around. Let me start looking at some stocks, man. Let me do what we came for, man. Let me stop doing the astrology version. Let me give you guys the best TA, man. Cause bro. Alright. So you made a higher high, now you're in this huge rejection level, okay? This is the same rejection level. The best possible case, if you weren't in the calls, like for, if you weren't in the calls, first of all, if you're in WOM and you weren't in the Amazon calls and you weren't into NVDA calls from last week and you weren't in the CrowdStrike calls and you're not in the SMCI calls, you're doing it wrong, okay? That's just first of all. But now what you see is you probably want to get a better entry than right here, okay? Now where would that better entry be is a good question. But what I wouldn't be doing right now is getting overly greedy, okay? I'd be trying to wait for some sort of pullback to then load up again, okay? Or look for individual stocks, which we will be looking at. Or look at individual stocks, which we will be looking at as well, okay? But this isn't where you want to get overly greedy on some, like SPY, okay? Or the market overall. Now, a setup that not a lot of you guys even know about is SMCI, okay? This is a high risk, high reward setup that not a lot of people are even talking about. And it's funny, like some of you guys remember when this was going crazy, like pre-split, when this was at like $1,000 or $1,200, and then the split happened and now it's trading at like $33. A lot of you guys are forgetting about SMCI and how much it actually runs and what's actually happening to it right now. To me, this is probably one of the better setups in the market, okay? Especially when you have all this hidden bullish divergence on a monthly time frame. All right? What I'm trying to tell you right now is that this is the perfect entry. Now, if you're in WOM, you're already up like 40-50% because we got in Monday. We got in before all this, before you had the 4% day, before you had that run up that it had yesterday. But what's happening is that it could potentially start breaking, and I think it even did. It even broke out and retested today, okay? And some of you guys forgot. I actually want to look at, what was that five? Let me see. The $500 billion package that Trump put together or something like that actually includes SMCI. There's like a graphic I saw for it. I don't know if we're going to find it again, but hey, man, trust me. Trust me, I wouldn't come on here. I've been going live for too long. I've been giving you guys the correct information for too long for you to think that I'm not telling you the correct information, okay? But yeah, it's somewhere, bro. I don't know. But they've been doing business with NVDA, and they're actually in the bill for that $500 billion deal or something like that. And you're getting a lot of positive divergence on a daily time frame, which is extremely bullish. So when you look at SMCI, the contracts are very, very cheap right now because a lot of people are forgetting what SMCI actually does, okay? And it moons. And what's even funnier is that the measured move that you have right here matches up with the price that it was back in August, like perfectly. Okay, so SMCI is definitely on the watch list of a stock that you guys need to be paying attention to Because if you remember what happened at this price, I mean, just last year at the beginning, at literally the same time this last year, like if you could see it, let me show you. You see that like January, I don't know if you can see how small it is, but like January 18th, January 19th, literally the same time frame right now from last year is where it was going. Like you had that huge gap up from 33 and then it went to 44 and then you had that massive run to $100, or you know, back then $400 to $1,000. But SMCI, it looks very good, okay? It looks very good. It has earnings February 4th. But yeah, this is definitely a stock that I'd be paying attention to. Put in the comments what other stocks you guys want to look at, and we'll try to get to them. But another one a lot of you guys are sleeping on, and that's actually getting started, right? It's getting started now. If you were patient on this, and you just averaged in, and you bought some far out contracts, you should be getting paid soon. All right, you look at the structure that it's having right now. It's now in an uptrend, making lower highs and higher highs, okay? Or higher lows and higher highs. All right, this is a perfect structure. The measure move out of this flag, and I just like looking at RIOT because this is probably like this is a cheap play that you can look at and get into. That's gonna end up going, okay? So the measure move out of this flag is to $19, okay? This is probably one of the and you have Bitcoin falling, and RIOT has been holding very still. A lot of you guys, if you've been following RIOT for a while, you know that this is a stock that's been playing so many games, but now it's actually holding strong in a bullish structure. It's getting ready to send you to $19, and once it gets to there, the minimum move for me is $40, okay? And it's sitting at 13 right now. All right, so stay patient on something like RIOT. I still really like it. And if you missed the entry, let me delete all this. Let me make it nice and pretty again. If you missed the entry, it gave you another entry today and yesterday. This $12 level, okay? Right here. It's been doing the same thing. It comes down to the buying areas. It gets bought up. Comes down to the buying area. It should get bought back up. Alright, so RIOT looks extremely well. Let's look at BABA. But first we gotta look at the Hang Seng. First we have to look at the Hang Seng, okay? And whoever's looking at China, whoever's looking at BABA, China is probably one of the more bullish markets right now. Especially when we're looking at this, like I can tell you right now that the fact that it did this, that it made that lower low right here, that you see right here is extremely bullish, okay? And not even that, like it's just been in a bullish structure for almost 2 years or a year, for a full year. This has been the structure that China's been in for a full year, a very bullish structure, okay? That should take you back to the top. And when you bundle in that with Trump trying to do a peace treaty with China or something like that, look, man, it just becomes obvious at this point, okay? It just becomes obvious that at this point, if you don't have what's the word? If you don't have exposure to China, look, man, you're gonna end up missing an easy trade. This is a humongous bull. Like, look at this, bro. Now, of course, there's some things that need to happen. Like this needs to make a higher high, and that higher high will be above 20,000. Because what's been happening is you see right here, you have a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So it needs to get above 20,000, which I think it will. Okay, once it gets above 20,000, this thing is gonna end up rocketing. If you know anything about China, you know how quick the moves are. Okay, look at this move. This is a quick move. 14,000 to 23,000 on the Hang Seng. Like what happens with China? It happens swiftly. It happens quickly. And I think that is what's going to end up happening because you have so much bullish momentum heading in with China, and you have Trump. You have Trump trying to get in with it. Okay, make sure you guys are liking this video. Let's get it to 2K. How haven't we got to 2K? How haven't we got to 2K, bro? I'm not gonna look at Baba until we at least like the video. Like, come on, man, it's free. And what I'm like, and the funny thing is, what I'm telling you is literally gonna happen. I think that's the funniest part. Like, what I'm telling you is literally going to end up happening. And then we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna come back, and it's gonna be like, ah, man, you told me to get in, man. I didn't get in, man. You said this was gonna happen, and I didn't do anything about it. Like, we've seen this happen so many times. We really have. We've seen this happen so many times. But that's okay. That's okay, man. That's okay. All right, so China looks very good. The Hang Seng looks good. Now for Baba, if the Hang Seng looks good, then obviously the biggest stock. Is it bigger than PDD? I think it is. It should be. I know PDD had a massive run, yeah. At a point, PDD was bigger than Baba, which is funny. But Baba's the biggest stock, or the most well-known stock, I would say that. And if you just look at it, bro, all you really have to do is look at this. We know the Hang Seng looks very good. We know Baba has earnings January 29th, which, that'll be important because it's either going to rocket it or, nothing will happen and it, chops around, or it may fall a lot. We'll have to see. But we know the Hang Seng looks very bullish. We know this structure that it in is, like, this is a very, 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 very bullish structure, especially when you add in that the momentum is shifting on a daily time frame. It's been shifting since Thanksgiving of last year. Okay? So when you add all that in, this thing looks absolutely ready to go. And it's even giving you a nice pullback and a nice consolidation since yesterday and Tuesday. And it's funny, we got into calls last week on Thursday where it took that move from 82 all the way to $86. I think China is ready to go. It looks good. It looks good. Now, one that I like even more than Baba, a lot of you guys don't even know this one, but Futu. And the reason I like Futu so much is because it's very, very volatile. It's a $4 billion market cap. For this to double up, it would just need to add $4 billion. We've seen Tesla, NVDA, and Google put on hundreds of billions a day. So for this to go from $4 billion to $8 billion, the stock price will go from $90. It will go from $90 to $180. Okay, and even if you look at this structure that I said right now, like, it literally has bottomed out and went to $90. Like, it only took 2 days, a week for this to go from 73 to 92. Okay, so if you don't know anything about China, I would pay attention to Futu. And even if you look at the structure, like, look at what China has been doing for the past year. Like, we could sit here and look at this and see that it has a huge move, chops, huge move, chops, huge move, chops. This is going to end up having a huge move, probably to all-time highs. Okay, so Futu looks very good. Baba looks good. Baidu looks good. To me, all of China really looks good. I mean, if we were to, we could draw a price target on Futu just because I do like this one a whole lot. Like, we know this is going to end up getting to $134, but I really have a price target on this to around $314. I know, crazy, right? But Futu looks like it's ready to go to $314. Alright? So I like it. Futu looks good. MSTR price target. Look, man. Put in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at. MSTR has been one that we've been making so much money on. It's not even funny. We've been telling you to buy since last year in April and March. 2 years ago. Dang. We're getting old, guys, because I've been streaming, or, I come on here every once in a while, and I was preaching to you MSTR. Like, I think you can go to the TikTok, right? My TikTok right now and look at, like, MSTR was a super buy 2 years ago. Right now, look, man, I think it still has some room in the tank. I still think it goes up. I mean, we could drop price targets if you want, but I think there's definitely better stock. Probably like 600, 700. I'd be looking forward to get to 700. Okay, but There's definitely better stocks. There's definitely better stocks than MSTR at this level, okay? And the contracts are crazy. 800 would be like a max bull case, but I think 700 is pretty safe, okay? 6 to 700 is where I see it. 800 possibly, depends on what Bitcoin's doing, but this is a stock that was literally pre-split, or it was literally at $17 and $20 when I was telling you to buy it. That's over 10x. Like, a lot of people are buying right here. Look, you can see by that. You can see by all the consolidation that was happening right here. Okay, so a lot of people are in, and a lot of people are up thousands of percent. So what's happening right now is you're getting sold in. Like, you're getting sold. There's sellers now. Back here, there wasn't, like, it was just consolidated. It was just people buying, holding. So this was the time you really wanted to get into. Now, could you get a nice little 2x? Which, that's being generous. Like, a 2x right here, that's being generous. Sure. But on that 2x, somebody's doing 20x. On that 2x, somebody's doing like, a lot of people are doing 20x. Because I was begging people to buy MSTR when it was $20 2 years ago. So a lot of people are doing 20x. So is this a good stock to buy and hold, or even put into a long-term portfolio? I would say no, just because there's other stocks that are better, and if Bitcoin dies, this is going to end up giving you way better price targets. Like, this is going to drop harder than Bitcoin. All right, we've already seen that. Like, this went to 285. I actually want to look at this a bit more because I think it's important for people to know this. But this went to let me see. And I've always said this. Like, I made videos about this. MSTR is going to give you more gains, but when it drops, it's also going to give you more losses than Bitcoin. Okay, this dropped 46% from November 20th to the bottom, December. So we can look at that on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin actually went up. But we can say we can just give it, it doesn't correct more than Bitcoin. Like, think of MSTR like a leveraged position in Bitcoin. Okay, this dropped 46%. Like, on Bitcoin's worst day, it dropped 17%. And we've always said that. Like, we've said that back here. This is a good investment, but you got to make sure you pick your spots right on this one. If you're looking for long term, I don't think this is a good spot. Mainly because there will be a better time. Like a lot of you guys think this is like, I'm gonna just be honest, a lot of you guys probably will end up bag holders. Where I looked at right. I think Apple gonna move like Microsoft. Put in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at. Snow, let's look at Snow. I think Snow's a very good one. Snow's the one that, this is why you want to follow the Twitter, man. This is why you want to follow the Twitter, because we talked about Snow. That was one of the free plays that we gave. We gave you that one last week when it was like 165. Now you see what's happening with it. Snow is getting ready to go. Snow is getting ready to run. Okay? Snow is getting ready to run. A lot of these technology services or mid-cap cybersecurities, stuff like that is very, very bullish right now. And we've been seeing this, and I think that's the beauty of being on WOM. Like, we see this stuff early. Mainly because we've been inside the game for 7, 8, 9 years. Just watch it, just looking at all this stuff. So we knew Snow was gonna go early. You could have got a way earlier entry. Now you're trying to get into it on a 2% day. Well, I don't know if you're already in it. I'm just talking about if someone is looking to get into Snow, you're trying to get into it on a $4 day. And to be honest, this was at 160 last week when we got in. A $20 move almost. So I would say yes, this is going to continue to move to the upside. I actually think this is very bullish. you just got to make sure you pick your entries right. If you don't plan on getting further out contracts, if you plan on getting 2-3 months out, you should just buy tomorrow and then average into them. But if you're planning on getting 2 weeks out, etc., I know snow is expensive, so 2-3 months out is gonna hit you. But this is getting ready to go. Has earnings February 26th. This level is very important as well. I mean, you can literally see what's been happening with it. And then when it finally broke above, though, this thing flew all the way to 240. So I like it. I just don't like the entry, and I don't really like the setup either. But yeah, make sure it stays above 175 for bullish. Crowd went nuts. Yeah, crowd went crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like we're early on this stuff. You want to make sure you're buying stuff that's early. Like a lot of I don't want to look at setups that we looked at last week when that was the perfect time to buy. Like we told you to buy crowd. Like somebody wants to look at crowd, or my boy wants to look at crowd, but we bought crowd. Right here. Why do we buy crowd right there? I think I'm gonna explain that to you. We bought crowd right here simply because we went over here. Oh wait, I don't know if you guys can. Sometimes I don't know if you guys can see the screen. I might have to just full screen it. I might have to get back on my phone. I'm gonna be honest, because I like it where I could just show you. Like now I gotta look over here, see if you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, we just go over here, click this little tool, the fib retracement. We took it from right here to right here, right? That's what we did. And they were like, oh, this is where you want to buy it. Oh, we are in a bull market. So why wouldn't I buy it right here? This is a great entry. Oh, it did sweep. Like there's some other stuff you gotta look at, but it did sweep this right. It did sweep this little support right here, which adds for another great entry. And did get bought up super hard. Like that was a hard buy. Like these people bought it hard. But anyways, let's look at Fiverr, because Fiverr, I haven't heard anyone talk about Fiverr in a very long time. So let's look at Fiverr. And now I know why, because this is garbage. I mean, the momentum is shifting a little bit, but like this is garbage. Yeah, that's garbage. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That's some garbage. Avgo, TSM. Okay, first of all, ARC looks amazing. ARC is one that's going to end up getting $80. Okay, this is a no-brainer, by the way. And also, if you look at the RSI, like let me just scroll up. Let me show you the RSI. This is going to be a very, very important indicator for something like ARC. Okay, like a lot of people think. I'm gonna give you some game real quick. A lot of people think the RSI above 70 equals overbought or something like that, and that's when you should sell. But it's actually the opposite in the bull market. When the RSI gets above $70, that is when euphoria happens, especially in something like ARC. I mean, I could show you plentiful of examples. When ARC got above 70 right here during this bull period, it got above 70 when it was $60, like around right here, which is funny. Around right here, it got above 70 on the RSI and it got above $60 on stock price. And then what happened after? It went all the way to $150. Okay. Went all the way to $156, all while staying above the 70 RSI. Now you did have a little dip right here, but that was a huge buy. But it stayed above 70 during that entire period. What looks like it's gonna happen again is that this gets above 70 and that it continues to make its move to 90. Okay, so I really like ARC for some long term, like for some leaps. Like if I was looking at like some July calls or something like that, or June calls, I think ARC looks like that's free money. And this is what this is all about. Like a lot of you guys want to be day traders, and I don't know what you want to be, but if you just sit here and thoughtfully buy something and just hold it, like this is a great setup, and you just hold it, you're gonna end up having way more success than someone that tries to find a setup every single day. Okay, That's just a fact. That's just what I've seen. I've talked to a bunch of people. I've seen a bunch of people. And the people that are more successful quicker are the people that, look, man, they buy some time. Now, you can sell for 30% after a week if you want to. But if it goes down 20%, you still have 5 months left. So it's going to be very hard for you to lose for 180 days, okay? Or 150 days. Or however many days that is. 150 days. Alright, but anyways. Let's look at Disney. I feel like we haven't looked at Disney in a while. Keep liking this live stream. Keep putting in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at. For something like Disney, the prophecy has been foretold. We've been looking at Disney and, you know, whatever this W is. I haven't looked at Disney in so long. That's why I wanted to look at Disney. The only thing I don't like about Disney is this price action is absolutely garbage. This thing has just been chopping downwards. Like, that's what it's been doing. So I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I will say I like it above 110. I like it above 110. I mean, this is just, it's a stock. Above 110 though, this thing should go crazy. I like it above 110. But this is just ugly price action. There's so many better stocks to where it's foolish to get caught up in one that isn't giving you the price action that you want. This isn't price action that we are sitting here being like, oh yeah, this fire. Like I'm about to make a whole lot of money on this. It's moving like $1. It's moving. It moved 11 cents today. It moved 11 cents today. So, enough said on that. It moved 11 cents. But if it gets above 110, I mean, it could make a nice move. This is just something that, to be honest, buying equity in this one, or just buying shares in this one, would probably be way more beneficial than options right now. Okay. You know, it's funny. We caught an options play on this over here last year in January, around the same time. And it's funny. I'm glad we spent a little bit more time on this one. Does this have earnings? Bro. Long-term plays. Yes, we do have long-term plays, if that's what you're asking. But I'm glad we spent a little bit more time on here. They're called long-term holds, but or in Discord, they're long-term holds. I'm glad we spent a little bit more time on here. We look at Tesla, we look at Roku. If you look at what happened, I'm actually gonna post this on the Twitter because I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? If you look at what happened during the same time, when this started taking off was January 22nd. This is January 22nd this week. Today. So, and it's sitting in, like, this is a flag. Like, don't get me wrong. This is a flag. So, I think, you know, possibly for a long-term play or a long-term, you know, if we're looking at maybe some Junes, maybe some May calls, some 115 May calls. These could actually cook up. I like it. I like it for a hold. Mainly because I see it's doing the same exact thing that it did, you know, previously. Literally, like, it had the downfall. It had this huge run up, downfall, huge run up, downfall. Right? Now you're getting, yeah, I like it. I like it. If I was looking at some, you know, couple, 3, 4, 5 months out calls. That's what it's all about, like finding some good plays. Going from there. Do you like Apple here? We'll look at Apple. 2026 NVDA calls. Okay. First of all, we caught Tesla right here, like last week. Made a whole lot of money. Now what I see happening is I think this gives a steeper pullback to maybe like 401, and that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect because it'll give you a better entry. It'll give you a better entry, and it'll be ready. And it'll be ready. The risk to reward right here isn't even good. If you're looking to get calls right here, at least you gotta wait for it to break above 427, which 427 has been the level that it has not been able to get it back above since, you know, over here when it had this little baby bounce. But once that baby bounce has given in, it went all the way to 370. So I would wait for it to get to 401 to buy calls again, and then if it can't hold that for, you know, like a week, then yeah, you should get out. But above 427, this goes crazy. It's gonna end up doing something like NVIDIA did, and I don't even know what this setup is called. I really don't. Okay, that's what it's gonna do. That's what it's gonna do. Where it doesn't make this double bottom. Like, it doesn't come down even more and make a double bottom right here. It stops like 3/4 of the way, and then makes that move to the upside. Okay. That's what I'd be looking for. That's what I'd be looking for. Will this be on YouTube? Yes, it'll be on YouTube. TSM, Oracle. This is just about finding good plays, okay? And if you guys know anything, like, you know what's funny? I actually want you to go back, write down exactly what I said about each one of these stocks, and I guarantee you, like 8 out of 10 is gonna hit. 8 out of 10. TSM, what are you trading? I don't know what I'm trading. I'm still looking. That's why I went live. I wanted to see what you guys are talking about. Man, this is gone. There's no point of even looking at this, man. This is gone. This is gone. You're not getting a good entry. A good entry would have been, you know, on a red day, you know, right here. Shoot, even right here. If we would have looked at it on one of those 2 days, I would have been like, yeah, fire. But if we're looking at it once it got that Donald Trump stimulus pump, yeah, I'm gonna pass. Ryan's definitely gonna blast. What's on your watch list for this week? What do we even get into this week? I mean, really, what you gotta realize is, really, the watch list that you wanted to get into was last week, where we were getting into the Tesla call, like, so where we were getting into the snow calls, where we were getting into the NVIDIA calls, and telling you January 24, like, that was the time. Now we got to see if we can really find any, you know, any stocks that are at a discount or look good right now. But a lot of the stocks have got the Trump stimulus. Like, a lot of people are looking at these pumps and are getting FOMO now. So a lot of these aren't even good entries. SMCI is one of my favorites right now. So whoever said that, yeah, SMCI is one of my favorites. That one I think looks incredible. Come on, y'all. We need some more stocks in the comments, man. Like, what looks good? What looks good? What looks good? Dell, Optical. Like, I understand you guys want to look at some chips, man, but these aren't good. These are not good, bro. I don't know. This looks like very weak price action, especially on something that you thought like it would have went crazy with the bill or with the Trump stimulus. Although it did have, you know, weekly double bounce. Like, this is kind of bullish. You know, the momentum is shifting a little bit. To be honest, you know, it may look. I actually like the monthly. I think February. I don't think anything's gonna happen January. I think this was gonna take some time, some more time to stall out. But if this candle, we'll come back to this one like at the end of January. Monthly closes, I think AMD will be a huge watch. But right here is, first of all, you definitely want to get some closes above 130. All right, you need some closes above 130. I think February will probably bring that. If this candle closes like this, because every single time I see this candle that I'm seeing right here, after a huge little red candle, it usually has a huge big old green candle. So I'll be waiting to see what it does at the end of this month if it closes like this. I think this monthly candle is going to be important. Right now it's kind of iffy. Like, you would have thought this went like this is shady price action. This is shady. This is shady. Lots of earnings. Yeah, a lot of earnings on the horizon for sure. Home Depot. A lot of you guys will look at Home Depot. Let's look at Home Depot. MU selling off. Oh, this is done. First of all, we knew this was going to bounce right here and get to our price target of 415. Okay, that was the price. I'm actually mad I didn't open up some shorts on it. I'm actually mad I didn't open up some shorts on it. Because this is the price target that we had. I don't know how I came up with that price target, but that's a fire price target. All right, I don't think Home Depot makes. This will need to start closing above 420. Okay, once it starts closing above 420, it's the only time you can be back bullish on this. I promise. Don't be bullish. Do not be bullish on Home Depot until you get some weekly closes above like 419, 420. Okay? Somebody's like, why? Bro, because the momentum is not in the Dow. Like, the Dow is shifting. Like, look at this huge. That's nasty. That's nasty. You guys can't hear me for real? You might need to turn up your volume. I haven't had any problems. Y'all can hear me. This is nasty. I want to look at the Dow Jones. Yeah, you need to turn it up, bro. Make sure the Dow Jones closes above 44,000, okay? I actually want to see some more. Yeah, like a lot of these stocks in the Dow Jones, like I just don't think they're bullish. Like, this doesn't look good. Huge bear divergence on a lot of them. Now, the only time like I said, yeah, my computer, I don't know what's up with my computer, bro. I really don't. I really don't. But like I said, I would be watching. I'll be watching a lot of Dow Jones. What stocks do Dow Jones affect? Home Depot, McDonald's, UNH. A lot of them. We'll have to see if it topped out. I just think, we'll have to see. But I've been live for 50 minutes. I hope you guys enjoy some of this stuff that we talked about. I hope you guys have a good understanding of what you should be watching coming in the next week. If you need extra help, go to the Twitter. Like, follow the Twitter if you haven't been following the Twitter. We do some free plays on there every once in a while. I don't think Apple looks good. That's why I'm not looking at it. FMC looks absolutely incredible. FMC, I'm actually really excited about this one. Massive bull divergence. And, like, somebody want to look at OKLO. Oh, shit. Yeah, I expect the OKLO to be going absolutely crazy. I expect FMC to be going absolutely crazy. I don't know what this sector is producer manufacturing or something. Process industries, whatever has to do with America being America, I think it's going to end up doing very well. And this is just huge bullish divergence on a monthly time frame anyways, okay? Like where the RSI is right now, where the RSI was right now was back when it bottomed out last time in December of 2015. I was so used to saying 2020 something that 2015. This is just a good buy, I think, in the long term to add to your portfolio. Like a lot of people want to look at MSTRs and add them, etc. But like you gotta look at some of these that actually have a lot of potential ahead. Okay. Like the price target on this one, I'm gonna just do price targets. Like this is getting to $105 for sure, but it could get all the way to 200. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next live stream. We got some bangers coming up in WOM, so stay patient. You guys know we got the bangers. First of all, like we've been putting out some bangers. Shout out to everybody that is in WOM, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, I will talk to you guys later. I'm out. Peace.